Hey everybody, it's me, Double A. Just taking a walk here. My wife was telling me you've got more jelly rolls than a Danish bakery. And hello? Did you guys hear that? Okay. Anyway, yeah, my wife was saying you've got more chins than a Chinese 23andMe. And okay, who's there? Moshi Moshi?
Nani?
Oh jeez. Okay. I'm just gonna keep walking here. I'm not interested. No, thank you. Come aside.
Believe
Oh,
it!
jeez. Okay. Just gonna keep running. Just gonna start running. Okay. I gotta make it to the Prius. Why'd I have to get a Prius? Why couldn't I get something more manly like a Porsche Boxster? Oh, jeez. Oh my God. It's like right behind me. Oh my God. Oh, my car whiskey. Okay. Oh my God. I better shut this off. Is it gone? Is it safe to go outside? Oh, maybe. Okay. Oh, God. Let's go. Okay. It's gone. It's finally. Wait a minute. What is this? What the? Hold on a second. What the? Oh! Was that a WereWeeb? What's up, monkey butt? It's me, Arrogant Ape, and I've got a little Halloween spooky dooky treat. Spooky dooky? Oh my goodness. So this is a great little Halloween treat for you guys. No tricks involved. And it's Halloweeny because it's a mystery that involves ghosts. They're not your normal ghosts. They're not the ghosts that you would expect. No, these are different kinds of ghosts. This book breaks the mold in so many ways. Obviously, there are, some influences here. I actually don't know where Brenden Swan is from. Is he from Japan? If so, he's printed this book in an American format or Western. It reads left to right. Where are you at, Brenden? So this book is called DisintegrationStreet. And yep, no space in between those two words. And does that bug me? Oh, yes. It's my major hang-up with this book. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. And look at that on the side. No spaces. This was intentional. This was done with purpose, and it bugs me. But that's okay. So who is Brenden Swan? I don't know. I don't know much about the guy. But he's narwhal recommended. He does everything in this book. Draws, colors, letters, and he does a great job with the drawing and the coloring. The lettering, there were a few mistakes in here that, I'll be honest, kind of made me cringe. Like they were. I don't like to be taken out of the story by a grammatical error. Let's put it that way. So, if I can make a recommendation right off the bat, Brenden, get like a proofreader or somebody if you haven't already. If you have gotten one, get a different one. Hey, stuff slips past us. You know what? Never mind. Don't put a guy out of a job. Anyway, what is this story? Well, this story is not exactly what it says it is in the beginning, nor is it what it says it is in the middle. Nor is it what it says it was at the end when it says that it was what it always said it was at the beginning. I think it's the best way I could describe this story. I mean, quite honestly, the mystery grows as you turn each page. This is a book you're going to want to read at least twice. There are some things you might not catch at the beginning that you would definitely catch on a second run. I'm going to read this a fourth time after this video. I really, really enjoyed it. I keep saying that it's unique. I've said that a few times, like on Twitter, that this is a unique story. I hate using the word unique because I feel like when people say unique, they mean it's not really good, nor is it my cup of tea, but man, is it different. No, this is different, but it's also really good. So the chapters are actually a track list. You've got side A, New Life Rich Girl, Bedroom Toys, Alone Again, and side B, Cult of Love, Love Machine, Blue Dress. So, I mean, let's just take note of a few things here. There's a side A and side B. It's like a, what's it called? It's like a tape, right? These are songs. Songs are important in the story to a certain extent. But we also see that there's a somewhat sexual theme to most of these. New Life Rich Girl, not so much. Bedroom Toys, Alone Again, like out of a relationship perhaps. Cult of Love, Love Machine, Blue Dress, yes. There are a lot of sexual themes in this book. There's a lot about not exploring your own sexuality, so don't get worried on that front. But things like fetishes, not being aware of your own like latent sexuality, simping, MGTOW. There's incels. There's love bots. I mean, like this book's a lot about sex, but it really isn't. But it is. So now we're actually getting into the meat of it. What is it, like 4 minutes into this video, and I've actually opened the book now? This is our main character, Charlotte. Now, everybody describes this book as traditionally colored, and I'm not sure what that means. I'm not an artist, so I'd like to learn what that means, but I can say this much. It looks like the artist, or author, or both, Brenden Swan, has limited himself purposefully, and this can be a really good thing. You think of like the game of chess. Chess has a certain set of rules that you cannot break, and for that reason it becomes a very intense and enjoyable game. So what Brenden Swan has created here with this little graphic novel, this manga-inspired book, is something very enjoyable because of the sort of limits on art, if I can put it that way. So here we have Charlotte. Charlotte wakes up in a forest. Now, we learn later that people in here are dead and kind of ghosts. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. And I thought for sure she was one of them. Or perhaps she sprouted out of the ground. So there's this sound that comes up quite a bit in the book, and sometimes it signals a dream sequence. Other times it's meant to kind of fill the gaps in an awkward moment, or signal an awkward moment, rather. So I don't quite know what this sound means, but there's a lot of going around, and perhaps we learn more about that later. So like I said, our main character, Charlotte, wakes up from sleep, and there's this girl, Lily, who finds her and wakes her up, and says she must have fallen into a sinkhole. So apparently the sinkholes are rather prevalent in DisintegrationStreet. A lot of people fall into them. I love these, like, humorous little close-ups. He does it a lot with Charlotte, but also with some other characters. It's really a very funny effect. It doesn't seem like... I don't know. I don't read a whole bunch of manga. Again, this is obviously very manga-influenced, but I don't see faces quite like this. To me, this is rather unique. If Brenden Swan's got a library of books that he takes inspiration from, I'd like to take a look at it. So here we are, again, more delightful faces. And all of a sudden, this kid comes by, and his parents are watching. He's like, "Mom, Dad, come on. Don't let me get sucked down." And the earth opens beneath them. Coom! I didn't notice that before. It says Oh, I love this book even more, Brennan. You have no idea why. Uh, so Coom goes the Earth. So our little boy here, he's getting sucked up, and Charlotte kind of gets stuck in it. And here comes Gan. Gan's my favorite character. Look, Brennan, if you're listening, I want full portraits of Gan. I want a Gan action figure. Um, Bro, I'll take a Gan plushie. I need more Gan in my life. I love his design. I love his character. Gan is, I mean, he kind of is dressed up as a white knight, somebody there to defend the ladies. He's a super perv, and it's great. Anyway, kid gets sucked up. Charlotte's like, "What the heck happened here?" Gan's like, "Peace," for a second, and the parents are like, "Peace forever." Charlotte's super confused because the parents are leaving their kid who recently got sucked up by the earth. Very strange circumstances. Why is this happening? Well, so then we come to Miss Paisley, and I feel like there's there hasn't been much to explain Miss Paisley. She's a giantess or something. She's huge. She's got gigantism, or she's just she's on that high carb diet. I don't know, but she's the landlord, and she tells our main characters like, kids are getting sucked into sinkholes all the time in Disintegration Street, and it's awful, but we have no idea what's going on. We don't know what we can do. And we see here that in the middle of the hotel, there's a big graveyard, just a bunch of graves hanging in the middle of the hotel. I think that this is like thematically indicative of what is happening at Disintegration Street. Essentially, like at the heart of Disintegration Street is death. So I don't quite know how to describe what this is trying to tell me, except that I know that it makes me feel some way. Yeah, the book's bizarre, but like death is at the center of this hotel in Disintegration Street. The great secret of Disintegration Street is that the dead and the living live amongst each other in a shared space, and that's what this hotel kind of represents in a way, is that shared space of the living and the dead. Here's another little moment. This lady likes to shame people a lot, and she shames Charlotte for leaving a little hair on the toilet, and Charlotte is aghast. She's just paralyzed by this. So this is, I don't know. I don't know if I'm even going to keep this in the video. I don't know if that's a pube. Maybe it's just a weird hair. But that's kind of, highlighting the shame in sexuality, or at least your private parts. I don't know. I don't know. So then we've got see what I'm talking about? This book is mostly about sex. Like, let's be honest. And you got this kinky suit lady who's supposedly spying on Charlotte and trying to get information out of her. This is an interrogation suit with a whip and everything. She's like, "Why are you blushing?" "'Cause you got a full gimp suit on, right?" I like, look at the way that emotion is communicated using color and framing, position. These blank faces from Charlotte, they get me. It's really ugly. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of unnerving. It's not what it looks like. Lillian's like, "Peace." This is the mayor's aide. Now she's got little devil horns, and I have no idea what that means. But she's kind of internet famous. Like, she actually has this internet channel where she plays games and stuff, and people comment on it. And there's a really funny moment with Gan on that. Gan just cracks me up, man. Oh, this is the mayor, and he calls himself Mr. Mayor, like that's his full name. And basically the conclusion that Mr. Mayor comes to with these guys is, we don't know what's happening, but we'll definitely work on it. And, the mystery team isn't really sold on this. So this is where they actually start to form an investigative unit that wants to find out what's going on with these kids. Gan makes an important point, though. Gan himself is a longtime resident of Disintegration Street. But he doesn't remember the mayor looking like that. And he actually comments that the people in this town wouldn't vote for an outsider. So I think the mayor's hiding something, and I think the characters believe that he is too. So, like I said, they go on to make their own sort of mystery team. And when they're doing so, they get attacked by this crazy ghosts. So, some ghosts are vengeful spirits. They are entities that want to harm and to hurt. Goes directly after Gan. It seems probably because he puts up the best fight. Gan is like actually kind of gallant and brave and virtuous in many ways, but he's just also like very much controlled by his libido. you know, I think he's probably next to Charlotte. I think he's my favorite character. Charlotte, the main character, is great because she has more personality than I would expect from a main character in a book like this, honestly. Although I didn't know what to expect from this book. I'm gonna stop now because I realize I haven't talked enough about the art. But look at this, like, gorgeous background. Everything's stylized, so fun. Look at these faces, and look at this full page. Look what he produces when he gets a full page to draw on. This is great. These little chapter breaks are fantastic. It's a very cute little drawing of Charlotte. You've got Gan there looking, I don't know what he's looking for. But this is cute. The colors are great. They're not blinding my eye with their brightness, but it's all kind of light. Uh, Light, not bright. Bright is like $4.99. That puts things in perspective. So here's a very important story point. Our girl Lily's at a bar investigating, and she sees a dude get stabbed in the eye with a fork. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And look at the way he looks at her. He's stunned to silence. He can't even speak. This guy is the like sort of homicidal simp character. Without going too much into the story, like really I've already explained too much, but this guy becomes important later for the sort of secondary story, or is it tertiary? Are we at 3 storylines here? The additional storyline in this story. Main story being there are 4-year-old kids getting sucked into the earth. Secondary story being there's a whole lot of sex stuff in here. Third story being this guy and his lady problems. He looks at this lady who was kind to him once. And we've all known those dudes in high school who had a lady who was nice to them, and they just kind of stalked them to the ends of the earth. It wasn't me, but so yeah, this guy's a big old simp, right? He's a big old simp, and not only that, he's the dangerous kind of simp, like the dangerous kind of incel who thinks too much in his own head and grows to resent everyone around him, even though his uh, lack of action, his inaction is what puts him in the position that he's in. He grows to resent the world. When I say incel, I don't mean to insult anybody. This is just he can't he can't procreate, and part of it is because of his lack of action with people, his being in his own head all the time and overthinking things. Lillian, she reveals a big point for us in the story here. Disintegration Street, the town where the living and the dead reside amongst each other. That is the rumor that brought me here. And Gan reveals he's a ghost. He's or something in between. I mean, he got his hand chopped off and he hardly feels it, right? Again, there are rules to the ghosts here, but this is a very important story piece here. The dead remain in Disintegration Street, wandering, maybe not aimless. They seem to have some sort of purpose, and it's determined possibly by their previous life. Like, what made Gan so gallant? What made Gan want to solve these mysteries? And what makes the other ghosts do what they want to do? Who knows? So I really feel like I'm not doing a good job, like, showing you how beautiful this book is. But I mean, First off, you don't really see a manga that's colored. Usually it's a lot of black and white. But the color is great. The art's top notch. Um, Gosh, look at this emotion. Uh, you know, when somebody can draw emotion really well, I kind of get glued to this. This is the most interesting story I've read in some time, and I've read it 3 times at this point. It comes Narwhal approved for a reason. Again, like I said, I don't like using the word unique, but this is the most unique book I've read in a long time. Is this a mystery? Sure. It's actually 2 mysteries, and one mystery gets solved, leaving another, but then there's a third. And sex. Sex. Like, Charlotte is not only navigating this mystery that is Disintegration Street, but the mystery of, like, how to display her own sexuality, how people interact with each other in a sexual nature in the real world. And then death and ghosts with powers. It looks like somebody drew some very old anime that you would see on like Toonami, like some Yu Yu Hakusho or something like that. Gosh, it's just so fun. Again, the only points I can make about this book really is just like the lettering. There's some issues that made me stop. you know, I'll get over a misspelling here and there, but there are some points that made me stop, and that's just me. But anyway, man, Brenden Swan, you got something here. If you missed out on this, there were 2 attempts to get this book. I got on the second attempt, and I'm bummed because I wish I'd gotten original art for this book. But fear not, you can get Volume 1 along with Volume 2. That campaign is live right now. And get this, you can get, I think it's 2 pages of original art plus the book for $65. Come on, guys. Imagine if it was just these 2 pages. And you get the book, $65. Volume 2, that is. Highly recommend you get Volume 1. I got another copy. I've got some people I know who would love stuff like this. Gosh, I just can't say enough about this book. It's so unique, so beautiful looking. And if you look at some of the images from the campaign for Volume 2, the book's getting even better. Brendan's really working on the backgrounds. I mean, in my opinion, not like he needed to, but hey, you're your own greatest critic. Do what you got to do, right? I also feel like sometimes motion wasn't communicated super effectively, although, I mean, maybe when I read a manga book, I'm expecting a manga style, and in those kind of books, like, they're kind of thicker than this. This one's a bit taller than a regular manga, but I'm expecting like very smooth sort of depiction of motion. You take a lot of panels to show a punch, basically, right? Whereas in like a lot of comics, you show a punch in one panel and then a flying kick in the next one, and there's a lot assumed in between them because there kind of has to be. It's just the way it works. So this Westernish manga in traditional art style gets a double A plus. Honestly, I think I should start rating books. One of my favorites from the year, and I don't know, if you can get past the weebery, you'll enjoy it. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, enjoy my car whiskey, and head off to bed. Let's call this a night, huh? So desu ne. Over 9,000. Hmm. What the heck? Pop Vinyl Big Daddy? What the? Why are the initials BR on the bottom? That's weird. Okay. Whew, I gotta go to bed. Oh, hey, honey. Oh, man. Something crazy just happened to me. You wouldn't believe it. It's just like... There was something out there. I think it came to the front door, but I think I'm good now. Just a little spooked. Honey? Sweetheart? Hey, are you okay? Sweetheart? You okay? Oh my God!